All right, what's up, everybody, man? It's your boy Bo here with Three Kings Boxing. As always, go to threekingsboxing.com for the latest grades going on in the sport of boxing. Joining me with this interview, of course, is my lead journalist, Jarrell Fletcher. What's going on, Jarrell?
Hey, how y'all doing today, man? It's a pleasure to be on this interview.
All right, bet. Also, we have on the call unified super bantamweight champion, Stephen Cool Boy Steph Fulton. What's going on, man?
I'm good. What's going?
All right. So let's jump right on into it, Stephen. You know you're busy. First, want to thank you for taking time out to speak with us, man.
I appreciate that.
All right. So let's jump right on into it. All right. So you got a fight coming up with Daniel Ramon, former unified champion. Some look at this as probably being your toughest fight of your career. How do you view this fight in your eyes?
You said somebody view it as what?
Possibly the toughest fight of your career.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I view it as just another step, just to get me over to that hump.
Okay. All right. Any plans on possibly going for undisputed after this?
Yeah, that was the goal. I mean, if it was up to me, we would be fighting June 4th for that.
That was the fight you initially wanted.
Yeah, there's no point of waiting around. What we waiting for? There's only two people in the weight class that's got belts. Like, let's just see who the leader of the division and just get it over with.
Hey, we agree.
That's how it should be in every weight class, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm not just saying that because I'm the one with the title. If I was at 126 and two guys had the belts, I mean, I feel like they should go ahead and get it on unless something happened like that, and if something had to exit one of them out. But other than that, yeah, I feel like every fighter, every champion should face another champion.
Agreed. All right, Jarrell, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I know you got some questions for Stephen. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, and I know that attitude. Speaking on that, is it plans for you to face? I'm not even going to try to pronounce my man's name.
It's called
Morajon. Yeah, Morajon. Is it planned after this fight, assuming you're successful in your defense against Daniel Ramon, spark up those negotiations again to finally get that super bantamweight unification out? I mean, undisputed fight done.
Yeah.
And what's your thoughts of him? I know you worried about Ramon, but you seem supremely confident that you're gonna just not blow by him, but keep your belt. So what are your thoughts on the other champion in the division and how you match up with him stylistically?
I don't really honestly, I don't really have any thoughts because I haven't watched him completely fight, so I wouldn't know yet.
Well, speaking back to this fight with Roman, he did fight lose to the guy. So have you checked out that fight? And if so, have you picked up on anything that you could possibly implement in your fight with Roman come June 4th?
I've seen some highlights. MJ is southpaw. I'm orthodox, but I know how to switch southpaw. But I mean, it's a lot that I will capitalize off of, and I can only say that it's a lot that I will be capitalizing off of.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Bro.
But I haven't fully watched MJ fight, I was live when I seen Daniel Ramon fight though. But I haven't fully watched MJ fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you.
Is that the reason? Is that the reason why, since you was live at that fight, is that the reason why you think, Daniel Ramon, you're confident, you're extremely, I mean, you can always be extremely confident, but the fact that you was live to see him fight live, did that add more to your confidence of being able to beat him?
Yeah, it's like, I see what the people saying, but this guy's not better than me.
Right. So
he's a good fighter, though. He's a good fighter. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was former unified.
Right. That's true.
But that's where it stops at. The key word was former. That's where it stops at.
All right. Question real quick. You and Louis Neary had a little thing going. I remember this. It was just before Louis Neary. I think he fought. I think it was Brandon Figueroa before he lost that fight. Y'all had a little thing going, man. What was going on between you and Louis Neary at that time?
I don't know. What you talking about? Let me know what you talking about.
Because Neary was saying Neary was mad at you. He was trying to get at you about something you might have said or something like that, and you was like, man, because he was in the lower weight division below you.
Yeah. I forgot exactly how that went, but he was small in his shoes.
Right. Now, when you look at that Figueroa fight, Figueroa, I actually thought you guys was going to rematch because Figueroa was talking. He was very upset after the fight. You offered him the rematch. Actually, you said, "Well, let's do a rematch." Is that a fight you're still interested in, or you just decided to move on from that?
I mean, I already won, so y'all would have to ask him these types of questions.
So you won, so to the victor goes the spoils.
Yeah, because look, I'm being honest. When a person win a fight like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then everything happened the way it happened, and you ask the champion, would you want to face him again? That's kind of disrespectful to me because, like, well, so what y'all think I lost to?
I get that. No,
nobody's asking him these questions, but y'all asking me these questions, and I'm the one that won.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that tip. I mean,
so
we get a chance to talk to him. I'll ask him. Now we get a chance to talk to him. I'll definitely ask him. Go ahead.
I think the question comes from just how good a fight it was. Not that whether when we thought you lost or not. It was an actual, a very good fight that most people feel could have went either way. Obviously, you are the winner, so the question, it didn't come from disrespect. So I feel where you coming from as well. But you feel like if you won, he should be pursuing you, and you shouldn't be having to talk up a possible rematch with a guy that you defeated. So I get it.
Exactly. Everybody asked me that question. Like everybody, like to this day, is would you want to fight him again? And this answer is like, I don't never hear no fucking questions about nobody asking him these things. You feel me?
Right.
Why they keep questioning me about it? And then it puts me in that mood where that's when I feel like I'm getting disrespected, and I feel like I want to get mad because I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
So on the flip side, do you take that motivation or that feel from these questions and kind of just continue to add to your motivation? Like, you're already a champion, you got more goals, but you just add it to your current training camp. You know what? I'm gonna take all of that plus what Daniel Ramon is talking. You know what I'm saying? And just put it together.
It don't even motivate me. You know what it do? It just make me mad. Honestly, it make me mad. When I get mad, I'm be honest. I just get in the I don't give a fuck mode. And when I'm in that mode, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And that's how my whole career was based. I never gave a fuck. That's why I fought all those undefeated fighters. I didn't care. I always wanted to smoke. But now, since I see how the fans took it and people making me feel like I lost, and then the interviewers come to me and like, well, would you fight him again? And it's like nobody's asking this man that question. So it just puts me in there. I really don't give a fuck no more. And it made me kind of shun away from the boxing world. Like, I really don't care about it, the boxing anymore like I normally did.
Well, let me ask you another question. This is because I wrote on it, actually. I've seen you and Shakur Stevens, and I know this is, just hypothetical, but we talking about, since you're a fellow champion, I feel like you will see this question more. Better. Like, you and him had a brief back and forth on Twitter where I guess I don't know if things got misunderstood, but he laid down the gauntlet, or maybe you laid down the gauntlet to a possible fight. So I know you one fight away from undisputed. So obviously you got plans on moving to featherweight and possibly junior lightweight as well. So would you in the future entertain a possible fight with Shakur Stevenson if it made sense? Makes you lost.
Yeah. Like you said, in the future, and if it makes sense. When I get there, I get there. If he's still there, he'll still be there, and then we'll see what happens.
Right. Okay, cool. We're about to wrap it up pretty soon here, but I do want to point one thing out because you made a very good point. People forget you fought about what, four, 5 undefeated fighters in a row, who all were top fighters, including taking the belt off Leo. You're reaching that point of your career, man, where it's like, do you feel that you should be mentioned in the top 10 of pound-for-pound fighters?
Say that last part again.
Do you feel that you should be mentioned within the top 10 of a pound-for-pound list?
Do I feel like I should be mentioning it?
Yeah.
If we being honest, yeah, but that's one of the things I really don't give a F about anymore.
Okay.
It's a popularity contest. That shit a popularity contest. I don't even care about it anymore. Because guess what? None of the fighters are doing what I'm doing. Not the so-called future of boxing, and nobody's doing what I did.
Right.
9 undefeated fighters in total. 4 undefeated fighters back to back. 2 of them were world champions that I dethroned both of them. Come on, man. Nobody did that. Nobody's doing that. I'm the only one doing that.
Right. And then you got a former unified champion that you're about to fight too, also as well.
My point is that. But look though, they treating these Olympians from other countries better than they treat a guy like me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But then but the thing is, I don't pull the race card because I don't give a fuck about that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if we being realistic, what is it? And another thing is, if it's not that, which I really think it ain't that race thing, is more so that these motherfuckers that come from these other countries stick together. We the only ones that don't stick the fuck together.
Right.
So they got money behind them. I don't got nothing behind me. I just got me.
And we say over in here, hold on real quick, Jarrell. We mention that all the time whenever we talk, is that we need to support our own fighters at the same degree that when that when these guys come over, they get that same support. We mention it all the time, man. Go ahead, Jarrell.
Not the only thing is the race thing. Was you talking about as a black race, or just the United States of America supporting their own homebred fighters?
No, this got a lot to do with the black community.
Mm-hmm.
They don't support each other how we supposed to. But I mean, it is what it is.
That.
It is what it is. That's why I say. Another thing is, a lot of fans they kind of write fighters off after a bad performance or a fucking loss.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly I was the one that lost that fight. People already, it's probably 50 people think I won, 50% of people think I won, 50% of people think I lost. Another 25-50 thing they was cool with a draw. But in the other half, just like, it was a good fight.
Right.
Imagine how many people probably whoop me off. Fuck my accolades, everything. Like, they forgot about how many undefeated, me being unified, everything. How many people will write you off of a bad performance or a fucking loss? That's another thing that makes fighters like us just not give a fuck about this sport no more, and just be like, you know what, I'm just doing it for me, or I'm just doing it for the money.
I mean, I get that because there's a different era of different generation compared to past years in boxing where 2, 3, 4 losses didn't define you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you will fall in that category. Me personally, because talking to you now, your attitude is like, I'm gonna still challenge myself, challenge the best. I think, you know what I'm saying, some of those instances will be, some fighters, it took them forever to finally step up, and then when they step up, they lose. And it's like the fans like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody was looking at you like, I'm waiting on, cool boy to step up and
they can't, you know what I'm saying? They hear a lot.
So I think it's more so a fighter to fighter. Like, I don't think nobody ever said, you know what, he lost the figure, forget about him. He's like, I'll run it back, or I want to see him against MJ or such and such. You know what I'm saying? So I think you is
different. Not to cut you off, Floyd did the same thing. A lot of people talking this, he lost, they died the first fight. All right, well, we're going to run it back so I can make it cleaner. And what he did. That ain't his first time doing that either.
No, it's not.
And I offered that. And I'm the fucking champion. I won.
Yep.
And I offered that to you.
Yeah.
So after that, it's like, man, fuck out my face now.
Yeah, no, and that's,
you know what? I feel like fans respect you more than the average fighter. I'm not gonna name no names, but
and I ain't taking you when I'm the fuck one that walked away victorious.
Yep. No, and that was my point. We about to wrap this up, man, because I know you're busy, but I just want to get this in, and that was my point of why I asked, because I wanted to make it clear. You wanted immediately. You was the first one to mention rematch immediately. Figueroa was acting like, well, I might move up such and such and all that. And
yeah, he's acting like a hoe.
Right. And to your point, we always say the reason why fighters don't take the risk, the reason why they don't want to take the chances, because if they lose or have a bad performance, people want to write them off like, you wasn't that good anyway. You got exposed. All of a sudden you got exposed, So we over here, we feel you. These are things we preach all the time. But you know what, man? We appreciate you taking time out to be here with us. Any last thing you want to say to all the fans and everybody out there watching about your upcoming fight and why they should tune in?
Nah, just you want to see me fight, you support me, tune in. That's it. You still rock with me, support me, tune in. I appreciate y'all. That's it.
All right.
Hey man, I definitely want to have a part 2 of you open, man. I feel like this interview we could go a lot more other places. So if you ever been doing an interview after your fight, you know what I'm saying, we would definitely love to do it again because I feel like you can drop a lot of, you know what I'm saying, gems, and because your mentality is like different. Not me being, you know, whatever, just talking to you, you know what I'm saying, a lot of fighters need to hear.
No, it's a real mentality.
Approach it.
No, it's a real mentality, and that's what we need now. Be real. It's a real mentality. This is who you are. Be real, and that's a real mentality, and anybody can respect that.
That's what I stand on. That's why I'm not afraid to say what the fuck I'm gonna say or how I feel, because at the end of the day, don't nobody care about me. Where I'm going to outside the ring, all I gotta do, I still gotta get in there and fucking fight, and I gotta look good. If I don't, then nobody's still not gonna give a fuck about me. Yeah. But me or my family. So it's like that's why I'm always gonna be true to myself and real when I talk in interviews.
And we appreciate you for it. All right, shout out to Kenneth for helping out making this. You know, I'm real bad with last names, but shout out to your man Kenneth that helped make this happen. Definitely appreciate you, man. And Stephen, thank you for joining us. Everybody out there, hey, pay attention. Stephen Fulton. Hey, after he gets done with Daniel Rahman, Undisputed is up next. Go to 3kingsboxing.com. Everybody, appreciate you, Stephen. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. What was that?
I was just saying June 4th, Showtime in Minnesota.
There you go.
Make sure y'all put that on the calendar.
There you go. Make sure y'all mark that down. June 4th, Showtime in Minnesota. Stephen Fulton going to put on the show for y'all. All right, everybody, we out.